sequel of Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 6, will only be available on Xbox consoles and PC.
I mean, we all expected it, right? Microsoft buys Bethesda, so Bethesda games end up on Microsoft platforms. I do kind of want to go into how the official statement was a little bullshit, though. They said it wasn't about punishing PlayStation users, but providing the best experience possible on Xbox and PC. That includes things like Game Pass and Xbox Live, and I could believe that if it weren't for the PC side of that equation. When you launch something for PC, you need to make sure that it works for all different types of PC builds. And the experience is going to vary wildly from one gamer to another. Unless they're talking like the experience of the Windows Store, which isn't much. And as I said before, modern gaming consoles are basically PCs. So if you get the next Elder Scrolls running on a PC, you could get it running on a PlayStation just fine without harming the experience at all. This was just a simple case of damage control, plain and simple. Bethesda put Skyrim on everything, from the PlayStation to the Switch to your mom's coffee maker. This was their policy, get it on as many platforms as possible so as many people can play as possible. And it worked. Skyrim is one of the most beloved games of the last decade. But going from that to Xbox and PC only is going to cause consumer whiplash. Bethesda knows that they have diehard fans on other platforms. And those fans are going to feel left out when they can't play the next Elder Scrolls. And they don't really have a say in the matter. Microsoft owns them. Basically, their boss said, "You're making games for this platform." I mean, it's more complicated than that, but basically that's the situation. They don't have any choice in the matter. And when they say they want to give the best experience possible, what they're saying is, everybody on other platforms, please convert your platform to continue playing our game. Our game is going to be good, and it's totally going to be worth picking up an Xbox or getting a gaming PC. The thing is, Xbox Series X's and gaming PCs are in rare supply right now. We still have a graphics card shortage, guys. And I sincerely doubt that by the time the next Elder Scrolls comes out, it's going to be on last-gen platforms like the PS4 and the Xbox One. And they already know that the PS5 is outselling the Xbox Series X, so they're afraid that they just lost that entire market share. And that might be enough to make even a giant game like the Elder Scrolls tank. I mean, it won't, but I get their fears. This, by the way, is why smaller studios that are sometimes gobbled up by bigger publishers end up tanking. The bigger publishers end up controlling what their market base is, and usually these companies can't survive when they're working with a smaller market base. Like, if you're going by Skyrim numbers alone, PlayStation owners are probably at least a third of the fan base, and that's a huge chunk of profit to give up. If you were a studio smaller than Bethesda, you probably wouldn't survive that. I think Bethesda will, but it's going to cause some longtime Bethesda fans to be pretty angry.